Good morning. It's 10:30 here in Puerto Escondito, and I'm taking a walk on the beach. Check things out down here. We're having a slow day today as we don't need to leave too early because we're only going to ride about 2 hours to Huatulco. And then we're going to spend a couple of nights there and take a rest. We've been riding pretty hard for the last 5 days, putting in long days and lots of kilometers, trying to work our way south as quickly as possible so that we can get to South America where we want to spend most of our time. So it's good to have a slow day and get some rest, and then get our batteries recharged, get her re-energized, and we'll start working our way through South America, which will provide or be a real challenge getting through some of those borders, as we discovered the last 2 times I've been through there. So we got to get ready for that. So yeah, just have a look down here. The beach that I'm walking down is the fishing beach, and all fishing boats are on the sand out there. There's a whole bunch more moored off buoys out there in the bay, getting ready to take the clients out fishing for the day. And, yeah, it's just a beautiful beach. Every night these people bring their wares and set it up at the tables, and this place fills up with people and turns into a bit of a festival every single night. It's been a great little stay. The restaurants are full, the bars are full, people are just having a really good time. Oh, it feels nice to be walking in the sand and the surf, feeling the cool water on my feet, enjoying the beautiful views, relaxing. This is why we came down here. Kids on boogie boards surfing the waves right out amongst those rocks. They must know what they're doing. It'd be way too dangerous for me to do something like that. Time to leave this beautiful paradise and go back to the hotel, pack up our bags, and move on to Huatulco. Okay, it's 12 o'clock. We are on our way to La Shashta. We are leaving Puerto Escondito, taking one last trip through this main street, and we'll be heading down the highway for about 2 hours to La Shashta, another beautiful seaside town where we'll spend 2 nights and get rested up for the next part of our journey. Goodbye, Puerto Escondito. One final look at Porto before we're on our way out. Tonight we are in Shashta. We rode from Puerto Escondito to here this afternoon. It was a wonderful 2-hour ride through a very twisty road, very light traffic, but about 300 speed bumps. However, oh boy, that might make things hard to hear. So I'm just wandering around the square here in Project Shashta, checking out the sights and sounds. We're searching for a place to eat. Yeah. I'll let you know how that goes after dinner. As per usual, the square is full of people. The Mexicans love to come out, wander around, and socialize in the center of the beautiful square in the center of the city. There are lots of restaurants and lots of things happening tonight. There's a gin tasting table set up here. Homemade gin from his family farm in Mexico. I'm going to try a couple of the gins. So what are you trying to sell there? Show me that again. Show me that again.
Alumna.
Ah? Alumna.
Sí.
Sí. That's a very pretty necklace.
¿Cuál es tu nombre? Name.
Name, Duncan.
¿Eh?
Duncan. Duncan.
Duncan.
Sí.
Nice to meet you.
And your name?
Juanita.
Juanita.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. This is our choice for dinner tonight. We had a couple of beers here earlier this afternoon, and the owner of the pub came and chatted with us for about 2 hours. So we thought we'd come back for dinner. It's basically pizza and burgers, and here is my margarita that I'm going to have before we have dinner. Oh, sí, I'll take one.
Una.
Sí, una.
Argentina para ver la final de la Copa Mundial.
Ah, gracias.
Qué bueno,
Okay.
qué bueno.
¿Cuánto?
20 pesos.
9 pesos.
Sí.
¿Y cuánto? ¿Fui todos los días o anoche, ayer?
Gracias.
Yo llegué y pesqué. Y ahorita, ¿cuál? ¿Esa camisa? Toluca. 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 Diablo. ¿Es Toluca o está rojo? Toluca.
Is that you catching the fish? Sí.
Pero este es 23, 23 kilos. El que le dieron de 25. Carga.
Your niño?
Mi sobrina.
Sabrina.
Tú le pegas aquí.
Ah.
Ay. Tú le pegas aquí al charro. Aquí. Tiburón.
Dos?
Él, mi niño.
Your niño. Sí. The gin tasting boys aren't too busy right now, but they've got a good selection of homemade liquor there. We just had the pleasure of watching a playoff game in soccer in Mexico. The Mexicans are as passionate about their soccer as the Canadians are about hockey. It was just wild in there during the game. But the game's over and we've done our time in the bar, and I'm just walking through the square on our way back to the hotel, and it's about 10:30 at night and it's still super busy out here. People just love being outside in the square. We've really dropped the ball in Canada on this kind of thing. There's really no place to gather in any of the cities that I've been in where we can do things like this. Yes, such a wonderful way to get out and socialize with your friends and family and meet new people. It's just a wonderful experience. If there's any place else I would live in the world, it would be right here in Mexico. This is La Mission de los Arcos. This is the hotel we're staying at. I stayed here 13 years ago with Suzanne, and it is just a delightful place to stay. Wonderful hotel right on the corner of the square, which is right back there where I came from. And the rooms are beautiful. It's a well-kept hotel. Adios. Hello. And I am heading up to the room and done for the evening. So this is just a really spectacular little hotel. It's a boutique hotel right on the corner of the square in Puerto Escondito. And this is our room. Good night. We have opted to only spend one night here in Puerto Escondito as my friend John Cleaver has invited us to come out to his RV park. He's got a 36-foot RV all set up for us, and we'll go spend the day out there with him on the beach. And he's got some laundry facilities so we can do laundry, and it will yeah, that will be a great way to spend today. And then tomorrow we'll get back on the road and head south. Okay, we are leaving Puerto Escondito right now. We're going to make a turn here and go around the square and make our way out of town. It has been a great night, great stay for one night. Now we're going to head over and spend some time with our buddy John Cleaver and have a great day on the beach, I hope. We're working our way down to St. Augustine Beach to visit my friend John. It's really neat little dirt road that we're riding on. Going through a little tiny village here on the way down. It's about halfway down. And, we will be there very, very shortly. We've got about 3.5 kilometers to go before we get to John's RV park. So yeah, just enjoy some of the ride. We're just about arriving at John's RV park. Here it is, right here. Chipolaro's Gardens RV Park. He's got the in-ground pool in, bathroom's done. Yes, 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 we're here, we're here. I know you. Hello, how are you? Great to see you too. Yes. Oh man, it's been a long time.
Relax.
Yes, we do. Johnny, great to see you, bud.
You're wearing a lot of clothing for this hot weather.
I know, but
I know you have to, eh?
well, we have to, but going this short, I probably wouldn't have, but I got no place to store it on my bike. Well, this is our home for the next night, and we're going to park in the shade right underneath the solar panels. Home sweet home. This is where we are now, Chipolaro's Gardens RV Park. John Cleaver, a friend of mine from the skiing days about 35 years ago, moved down here about 6 years ago, bought a couple of acres of land, and when he bought this, it was just all bush. Since then, he's cleared it off and he's turned it into an RV park. I think he's got about 8 sites here, and it's set up for tenting, big RVs, small RVs. He's put in a water system here. All these big urns are his water system. He's ran power. He's got about 30 solar panels here that produce enough power to power about 8 to 10 RVs and his house that he built over there. Here are the RV sites, and he's planted all the flowers and all the bushes and all the shrubs. He built this structure back here that has showers and bathrooms in it, flush toilets with toilet seats that work, hot showers. See the solar heating system on the roof to provide the hot water. Over here, he's built a outdoor kitchen for all the guests that stay here. They can come and barbecue inside here, wash their dishes. There's a fridge out here. 2 barbecues, or 1 big barbecue. Looks like a pretty solid barbecue. Sink to do all the dishes. Looks like a gas burner stove, fridge, place to store the dishes. And here is the in-ground pool. When I was here last time, he had an above-ground pool, but he's upgraded it to this right now. This has been evolving for the last 5 or 6 years, and it's getting to be quite nice, very comfortable. It's hard to see that structure in behind here, but that's the house he's built since he's got here. It's a 2-story house. There's a nice kitchen. Oh, Denise, you're on camera. And in through here is where we're staying tonight, in this nice 36-foot RV that he bought just this year. And he has parked it here. He's got it hooked up to power. Everything is functional, the shower, the bathroom. And this is where we're staying. That couch there turns into a sofa bed, and back here is a full-size, queen-size bed. That's where I'm going to sleep tonight. Okay, we just had lunch with Hanel and Denise. We're heading back on the electric bikes, and I'm going to go for a walk down the beach. This is one of the 9 bays in Huatulco. I'm not sure what the name of this bay is, but the one where John's RV park is San Augustine. But this one here, up until about a year ago, didn't have any development on it, but now there's about 5 restaurants here. But when I was here 13 years ago, there was nothing. It was completely undeveloped. Nobody was here but us. It's just a beautiful sandy beach. Nice quiet little bay. It's just gorgeous. It's right now there's no white tourists. We're the only gringos here. It's all Mexicans. It's pretty busy today because it's a Sunday. But it's well used, and it's a beautiful place to hang out and enjoy the day. Hola. You see the black rocks on the bottom of the bay here? That's coral. Now, when the tide goes out, the coral is going to be exposed. And the tide is on its way out right now. So the coral is dying because it's exposed instead of being underwater. What happened about 3 years ago, there was a major earthquake, I think an 8.2 and an 8.4 about 3 seconds apart, and the entire plate lifted up about 80 centimeters. This whole area is now 80 centimeters higher than it used to be 3 years ago, or before that. 3 years ago is when the earthquake was, and that's when the land rose 80 centimeters, exposing all the coral here at low tide. So it's all going to die because of that. Are you having fun today?
Luego te regalo uno, Juan, ahora que mate uno te lo voy a regalar y lo vas a hacer igual. Te voy a decir cómo lo vas a hacer.
Gracias.
¿Has comido la carne de armadillo, Juan?
No, como carne.
Ahora tengo miedo.
Ah,
Arrejarse a Canadá.
see.
This is really
So
nice.
this is a little shot of mezcal that the owner of the restaurant's giving us.
There's lots of kinds of mezcal.
It's not a little shot, it's a big shot.
This is the good stuff.
But he says whiskey, tequila okay, mezcal you have to respect.
Limón.
I never
Limon?
do all this, but
Naranja.
What do we do? Just put a little salt on your hand?
A ver,
well, I'm gonna do it my
le
way.
tienes que poner así,
Oh!
mojarlo.
Mm-hmm.
A ver. Así, ya.
Then knock it back and stick it in your mouth.
Así la agarras para adentro.
There it is. Okay, my turn.
It went the other way.
Yeah, I went down the wrong tube. Mine went down the wrong tube as well. Oh my God. The other ones were great. They were super smooth, but this one was a little rough. Oh, we had a wonderful afternoon at the beach here. We did some paddle boarding, went snorkeling for a couple hours, then had a nice lunch with ceviche and tortillas, and then the owner came and started feeding us shooter after shooter of Mezcal.
We were kind of enjoying our place, eh?
Hey, we've just said our goodbyes to John and Chanel and Denise, and we're leaving Chaparosa Gardens, heading out back to the highway to get some fuel, and then head south down to the border, the Guatemalan border. Hopefully we make it through there today. We have to ride through the Ventanosa, which is notorious for being windy. There's probably 1,000 windmills in that one area, and at times it can be so windy you'll get 50, 60, 70 mile an hour winds and gusts up to 90 miles an hour coming through there. The last time I rode through there was a nightmare, so we'll see what the weather is when we get there and then decide whether we're going to do it today or wait until tomorrow morning when it's early in the morning. It might not be so windy, so we'll figure that out when we get closer. There you are, brushing your teeth with your automatic weapon just in case something dangerous happens while you're doing your personal grooming in the morning. Well, we're in, I can't pronounce the name of the city, but it's in southern Mexico. We're about an hour and a half away from the border, the Guatemalan border, so we're going to spend the night here. It's about 4:30 in the afternoon, and we've been riding all day, and we're done. So this is where we're going to spend the night. It is, I didn't think it was this big, but it seems like it's got a lot of people here. It's quite large. But we're just on the hunt for a hotel right now. Steve's got one in mind. We'll see if we can find it. Oh, there it is right there. This looks just right. Good morning. We are in Pihayapan, about 2 hours away from Tapachula, which is right on the border, and that's where we're going to cross over today. But this is a hotel we stayed at last night. It was beautiful. It had a locked compound where we could ride our bikes in and park right in front of where in the room that we stayed, and it was fabulous. So I'm just on my way out to grab something to eat before we take off towards the border. We were hoping to get to Lake Atitlan today, but that might be a little bit too far with the border crossing. It's about a 6.5 hour ride without the border crossing, and who knows how long it's going to take at the border. So we've crossed one Latin American border, which was the Mexican border. No problem whatsoever. You just drive right through, buy your visa, and you're good to go. And then when we got down to the La Paz and the Baja, we spent about 15 minutes getting our temporary import permits, which again was no problem. It's just pretty expensive, but anyways, we'll get some of that money back when we exit the country. So we'll see what happens at the Guatemalan border, so wish us luck. This town rises pretty early. This market is right down at the corner, about half a block from the hotel, and I'll see what I can find here for breakfast. I see some bananas, oranges, something. Oh, pineapples. That'll be okay. But I'll find something, and then we're gonna head out on the road. These are selling chickens right off the street. No refrigeration, so I'd probably cook those tonight if I got one. Well, this was breakfast. An apple and these little tiny bananas. These little tiny bananas are about 3 inches long, but they are the creamiest tasting bananas I've ever had. They are delicious. This is breakfast for today. Hey, we are out on our way out of Pihahiapan and on our way down to Tapachula. I have trouble pronouncing this one. This is a tough one. But anyways, we are on our way out of this little village where we stayed at last night, and we are on our way to Tapachula, which is about a half an hour away from the border, and then we're going to cross into Guatemala. Hopefully it doesn't take too long, and possibly get to Lake Atitlan tonight. But depending, if it takes us a couple hours at the border, there's no way we're going to make it to Lake Atitlan. But we'll see what happens. In Mexico, they use a different system for flagging. They have a fellow who just waves his flag. When they want you to go, they wave their flag up and down, and when they want you to stop, they'll just hold it like that to indicate that they want you to stop. There's no signs that say stop or slow or anything like that, so you just have to know these things. And there's been they take it for granted that you have some common sense and know what to do when you see the cones and whatnot, slow down or stop, but it's not spelled out for you here like it is in Canada. So we have to be aware of that. Luckily Steve speaks Spanish and he probably understands this a little better than I do, but we're getting through it. Another great thing about riding in Latin America is that when you're on a motorcycle, you're encouraged to go up to the front of the line, whether you're at a stoplight or a big lineup of vehicles like we are here, stopped at that construction zone. You just ride along the shoulder or in the other lane until you get right to the front of the line, and then wait, and when it's your turn to go, you go, and nobody gets upset about that. That's encouraged, and people accept it. I think we should adopt that rule in Canada as well.